r/AskReddit by Redmond Dtes. Who is the biggest loser in history? William Topaz McGonagall is considered the worst poet in history. The only way he could people to listen to his poems was when he was hired by the circus and allowed to be pelted with rotting fruit while reading his work. Louis Klotz, founder of the Washington Generals, who have a 6 to 17,000 plus record against the Harlem Globetrotters. Wait, the Generals have won 6? I had to look it up. Their last win was in 1971. The Globetrotters lost track of the score and realized they were down 12 with 2 minutes left and started playing seriously. They took the lead and then Klotz hit a buzzer beater for the Generals to win. Supposedly the crowd was stunned quiet and kids were crying in the stands. Klotz said that winning that game was like killing Santa Claus. The people to put all their money into the Hawk to our meme coin. That cratered in like 10 minutes and effectively ended her 15 minutes of fame. Elon Musk. Even Epstein thought he was a loser. Yeah. Imagine being so weird, even pedos don't want to hang out with you. Elon Musk is richer than anyone in history and still pays kids to pretend he's good at video games. The guy at Decca who rejected the Beatles, claiming that there wasn't a taste for boy bands. Honorable mention to that Sony Pictures executive who rejected an offer 25 years ago to buy the movie rights to the Avengers from Marvel for $10 million because nobody gives a fudge about the Avengers. Jared from Subway. Biggest loser in weight, but an even bigger loser in morality. I ran into him at the height of his fame in my hometown. He was chatting up 2 young women who were clearly drunk, as was he. I walked up and asked for a picture. He rolled his eyes and said okay, and the 2 women walked off. I felt kinda bad at the time, but now I look back on that as my most heroic moment. Ronald Wayne. Along with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, one of the founders of Apple Computer. He didn't think it would work out, so he left the company early and cashed out his shares. Is that better or worse than the guy who traded 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas? Far worse. He sold his 10% stake in Apple back to Jobs for $800. Considering that Apple is worth around $4 trillion today, the stake would be worth around $400 billion. The 10,000 Bitcoins would be worth around $650 million today. And the guy got 2 lovely pizzas and could feed his children with it. He didn't have to interact with Steve Jobs anymore though. Priceless. For that kind of generational wealth, I would interact with the devil himself. General Santa Anna was so cocky during the Texas Revolution that he let his army take a siesta without any scouts. He was captured in his pajamas, forced to sign away Texas, and eventually lost half of Mexico's entire territory to the United States. The United Kingdom couple, who thought they had won £182 million in the lottery, only to find their bank hadn't made the transaction for the ticket, due to a lack of funds. Nick Leeson. A single bad stock trade collapsed Britain's oldest bank. Thomas Midgley Jr. He invented CFCs and leaded gasoline. Anthony Young, a New York Mets pitcher who lost 27 consecutive games. Hillary Clinton. Lost to Obama in 2008. Struggled to beat Bernie for the nomination in 2016, with considerable help from the establishment. Lost to Trump in 2016. Beaten twice by political neophytes, and nearly lost the nomination to a man who isn't even a Democrat. Don't forget she's also been happily married to a freaking nonce who's cheated on her multiple times. I almost felt bad for her for a sec. What do you reckon a nonce is? I saw this pop up in a comment section just yesterday. Apparently many Americans have assumed that a nonce is more akin to an silly moron. Someone who's dumb and does dumb things, but their dumbness isn't really malicious. We did not know that it was slang for a pedophile. Khaled bin Mozenshari holds the record for losing over 1,000 pounds. A loser in the best way. Michael Hibranko has the Guinness record for largest estimated total weight loss over his lifetime of 5,000 pounds. From 400 kilograms down to 90 kilograms, back up to 500 kilograms, down to about 250 kilograms. Surprised he made it into his 60s putting his body through that much. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.